Thousands of awakenings had followed a single law, one soul, one class. Then Daichi stepped forward. In the monitoring station, Director Sato watched the live feed, his fingers steepled. Error. Dual awakening detected. Class conflict. Hunter. Class conflict. Swordmaster. State impossible.
Terminate the ceremony. Activate containment field. Do not let that boy leave the circle.
The chamber erupted in red light. Investigators froze, and armed guards rushed the glowing runes where Daichi still stood.
2 cores? I can feel both. The hunter's sight burning red, the swordmaster's edge shimmering blue. They're mine. Wait, I've done nothing wrong. This is my awakening. Why are you treating me like a threat?
When he opened his eyes again, he was strapped to a steel chair. The suppressant cuffs bit into his wrists.
Subject, Daichi. You are now under Hunter Association Observation Protocol 9. Your existence is classified.
The door hissed shut. No windows, no escape. Only the low hum of monitors and the weight of an association's unspoken dread. Hours inside the cell bled together. The suppression cuffs glowed steadily, but Daichi's muscles never fully relaxed.
They think these cuffs can lock away my powers. But I can still feel both cores straining underneath. They're not gone. They're waiting.
The door hissed open. Investigator Mio stepped in, tablet ready, her gray eyes carrying no curiosity, only protocol.
Subject, Daichi. I am here to record your baseline. How many cores did the system register?
2. You already know, Hunter and Swordmaster. Why does that scare you so much?
It doesn't scare us. It makes you a variable, and variables get managed. You are not the first anomaly we've contained, but you will be the last.
Contained. She meant eliminated. I have to find a way out before I am the next body in their redacted files.
With the guards gone, Daichi focused his hunter sense. The cuffs flickered. His perception pierced the metal, mapping every structural crack in the room. In the dead hours, he began drilling his body silently. Precision strikes of the Swordmaster, traced only in his mind. The training had begun. A week later, Daichi was allowed into the training yard. Concrete walls loomed, cameras tracking every step, but he finally had space to move.
Now I can feel the real weight of a strike. Hunter sense reads the guards' patterns. Swordmaster precision fills my arms. But I can't let them see both at once.
He hid his progress in plain sight, letting the guards see only basic forms. But every motion was deliberate, every breath a calculation. During a shift change, Daichi found a monitoring room left open. A terminal waited, its screen still glowing with a generic user ID. His hunter instinct guided him through the directory. He found a folder labeled Anomaly Cases, a list of names, all marked terminated. Subject D-7. Dual class. Termination date redacted. Reason catastrophic instability.
Instability. That's their excuse. But the pattern is clear. They're erasing anyone who awakens like me. I am next if I stay.
That night, he made his move. Using the structural mapping from his hunter sense, he targeted a ventilation shaft and slipped through. The shaft was rigged. Alarms shrieked before he crawled 3 meters. Guards swarmed, and a shock baton dropped him to the floor.
You've only made this harder on yourself. From now on, you are confined to a suppression cell. No yard, no privileges, no more mistakes.
The suppression cell had no windows, no exercise period. Only the hum of the reinforced cuffs and the cold dark.
They think isolation will crush me. It only makes my hunter sense sharper. I can feel the whole building through its pulse.
He pressed his palm flat on the ground, and red perception lines spidered outward, mapping the maze beyond his walls.
A stress fracture in the outer wall, northwest corner. With a focused blade strike, I could sever the rebar.
Days passed. He drilled every motion mentally, rehearsing the path until it burned behind his eyelids. Then the speaker crackled. Subject, Daichi. Transfer order, Facility 9, Departure 0600. Do not resist.
Facility 9 is where they send the dead. If I don't escape tonight, I won't see another sunrise.
When the night cycle plunged the cell into total black, he pressed against the cuffs. His dual cores spiked, fighting the suppression.
Now or never. Hunter sight blinds the cameras. Swordmaster edge severs the bindings. I am leaving this tomb.
As the final hour before his transfer began, Daichi sat motionless. The path was clear. The time was now. Daichi slammed his palm against the suppression cuffs. Red Hunter energy scrambled the cell's cameras. The field went blind.
Swordmaster, cut. Let the blue core answer.
The weak wall panel split under his strike. He rolled into the service corridor, dust pluming, alarms beginning to wail. Hunter sense painted patrol routes in crimson lines. He moved through gaps, slipping past guards by a heartbeat. The outer wall was old masonry. One precise Swordmaster strike shattered the bricks. Night air punched through. He was out.
I made it past the perimeter, but Sato will have trackers on my mana. I have to vanish quickly.
Activate all tracking units. I want that anomaly back in custody before daylight. No excuses.
Daichi ducked into a shadowed loading dock and pulled his aura inward. The veil technique, he folded his hunter signature into the city's ambient noise.
My mana is below detection. For now, I am just another face in the crowd.
Search drones flew overhead, their sensors humming empty. Below, Daichi walked among hundreds, a ghost with 2 cores. In a derelict basement, Daichi pressed his fingers to the walls, red lines sweeping for bugs. Clean.
I need a name that isn't mine. A hunter identity. No one can link to the escaped anomaly.
A faded poster on a lamppost caught his eye. National Hunter Tournament. Open to all classes.
A public stage. If I win as Renji, the association can't vanish a champion. The crowd becomes my shield.
With black market contacts and a stolen credit chip, he forged a hunter ID under the name Renji. The photo lied. His cores stayed hidden. 3 days later, he stood in the registration hall among dozens, the neon screens blazing with class icons. At the terminal, he keyed in Renji. The system pinged once, scanning his suppressed mana. A uniformed agent passed nearby, his handheld scanner stuttering red. System alert. Mana, signature anomaly. Cross-check required.
My veil is slipping. Wait, the alert dropped. They overrode it. I am in.
The qualifying rounds began under blazing spotlights. Daichi, as Renji, stepped onto the arena floor, a single longsword in hand.
Keep the hunter sense hidden. Only the Swordmaster core. Let them see a skilled swordsman. Nothing more.
His blade moved with surgical precision. Every enemy strike met empty air, countered before it fully formed. The audience buzzed. Renji was an unknown, but his instincts looked almost precognitive.
He reacts too fast. It's not just reflex. He reads body language before the muscle even twitches.
Through 3 rounds, Renji advanced without a scratch. His pure swordsmanship was already drawing whispers.
I can feel their eyes on me. One slip, a flicker of red, and I am a dead man walking.
In the final prelim, he dodged a point-blank energy blast. For an instant, a blue flicker sparked on his blade.
That wasn't just a dodge. It was like a second sight. Something about Renji isn't right.
Renji was through to the main bracket. But among the cheers, a silver-haired rival watched, and a faceless agent took notes. The quarterfinal drew a packed stadium. Renji's opponent, a hulking A-class brawler, cornered him against the barrier.
He's forcing me to use more. One more Swordmaster strike won't cut it. I have to risk it.
A charged fist slammed down. Daichi's guard shattered. He twisted, and for an instant, both cores screamed awake.
Dual strike. Hunter sight pinpoints the weak spot. Swordmaster blade carves through.
The brawler flew across the arena floor. The magical barrier flickered. A deafening silence swallowed the crowd. Disqualification review. Unregistered dual mana pulse detected. Renji's victory is under investigation. The spectators erupted. Let him fight. Signs waved. Fearing a riot, officials restored his victory an hour later. Back in the tunnel, Daichi's stolen communicator buzzed. An unknown number, a single line. They know. You must win, or you are dead.
No more hiding. Whoever sent this is right. The next match is the only path left.
Under the blinding arena lights, only two fighters remained. Renji, the unknown, and Ren, the silver-haired Polar Master.
He's been watching me since the prelims. If he knows what I am, this fight could end with me in chains.
You can stop hiding. I saw the red in your last match. You are the dual class who escaped, aren't you? My brother was one of you. Subject D-7. They terminated him when he was 15. I've been waiting for someone to survive.
D-7. The file. So he's not an enemy. He's been carrying the same weight.
You have to win. For all of them. I'll make sure you do.
In a single, deliberate motion, Ren's guard dropped. Daichi's Swordmaster blade found its mark, but the real wound was the sacrifice.
He's forcing me to carry their names. I won't forget. Not a single one. I'll prove their existence. This tournament is just the beginning.
Renji advanced to the final. But in the eyes of the man who had been Daichi, a fire now burned for every name lost to the association's silence. The night before the final, Daichi slipped past the outer perimeter. His hunter senses mapped patrols, his veil technique folding him into shadow. A prefab data hub hummed near the arena. One precise Swordmaster strike disabled the lock without a sound, and he slipped inside. At the terminal, his fingers flew. He found a directory labeled Anomaly Protocols, and his breath caught. Termination Report. Subject E-3. Dual Class. Reason. Experiment Failure. The list scrolled on, dozens of entries. At the list's bottom, an encrypted file. Prophecy Control Protocol. Access level Apex. Military grade and untouchable. The moment he attempted a bypass, silent alarms flooded the network. Every monitor in the building screamed his location.
Someone's in Hub Delta. Lock the district. I want every operative converging. Now.
Daichi shattered a reinforced window with his blue blade and dropped 2 stories, rolling into a dark alley.
They've erased dozens of us. But that prophecy protocol is the real secret. I will tear it out of Saito himself.
He slipped into the shadows. The final was tomorrow. But now the tournament was more than survival. It was a reckoning. The stadium shook as the final began. Renji faced the association's champion, a hulking figure bearing a glowing suppression crest.
That field is designed to kill my dual cores. They think I'll fold like the others. They're wrong.
The champion lunged through the static. Daichi's body screamed against the lock, but both cores answered. Red and blue lightning shattered the field.
You don't decide my class. I am Hunter and Swordmaster, and your field is nothing.
2 status windows flared beside him, Hunter in crimson, Swordmaster in cyan. The arena fell into a dead silence.
He's a dual class. That's the truth. Remember his name, Renji. Renji.
Now the world sees. Sato, you buried the others in the dark, but I am dragging it all into the light.
His twin blades carved through the champion's guard in 3 flawless strikes. The giant crashed down, and the bell rang. As medics rushed the loser, Daichi stood alone under the spotlight, his dual-class windows blazing above him like a declaration of war. The entire nation had just witnessed the impossible. But in a darkened observation room, Director Sato's hand curled into a fist. Daichi was rushed to the trophy ceremony. But every cheer felt like a bullseye painted on his back.
They're cheering a dead man. Sato won't let this victory stand. I have to move before he moves.
2 agents in black suits flanked him as soon as he stepped off the podium. Director Sato requests a word. They shoved him into a backstage office. Sato sat behind a steel desk, the glow of monitors casting his face in cold light.
Daichi, that little display earned you fame, but also a death warrant. Join us quietly, and we can rewrite your file. Refuse, and we activate a termination seal, designed for your kind. You will vanish, and the world will forget you existed.
You already tried to erase me. I am still here. Your seal won't hold.
This isn't a suppression field. It's a kill switch stamped into your core. Resist, and you are ash.
A kill switch. They infected us at Awakening. That's how they've controlled us all. I need that data.
Sato's voice was ice. 72 hours. Recuperate, or the timer expires. The agents dragged Daichi out through a service exit. Daichi was pushed into a gray maintenance corridor. The crowd's roar faded, replaced by the hum of distant machinery. A hand clamped his wrist. Not an agent's. Mio pulled him into a storage alcove, her gray eyes urgent.
No time for trust. You are a target now. Take this.
The note read, "Rooftop, broadcast tower, midnight. I know the truth."
The investigator who interrogated me. Was she the one who sent the warning? Can I trust her?
That night, he climbed the rusted ladder of the old broadcast tower. City lights sprawled beneath a starless sky. Mio stood at the edge, her back to him. When she turned, her composure had cracked. Grief and anger bled through.
I've been inside the prophecy protocol. They've been killing dual classes for 80 years, waiting for the right one to weaponize.
She held out a data chip. Only a dual class can decrypt this. The prophecy. And the kill switch code.
Because my sister was subject D-3, and I helped them erase her.
In a derelict basement, Daichi stared at the data chip. Its surface pulsed with a faint, encrypted heartbeat.
Mio said only a dual class can unlock it. Both cores must act as a key. Red to see the hidden path, blue to cut through the encryption.
He pressed his hunter sense into the chip's core, and crimson lines illuminated its internal structure. With a sharp exhale, he channeled his swordmaster precision. A thin blue blade of light sliced through each encryption layer. A holographic projection burst from the chip, broken, glitching words that seemed to hang in the air like a fragmented scream. The devourer rises. Only twin-souled, sever the thread. 80-year cycle, calamity.
Twin-souled. That's me. They didn't just kill dual classes, they were waiting for one to fight this thing.
Then a red seal icon flickered over the text. The same kill switch diagram he'd seen in Sato's office.
The kill switch is tied to this prophecy. They put it in every dual class to control the one who survives.
The chip fried out. The prophecy was only half unlocked, but Daichi already felt the weight of a world his captors had tried to hide. Daichi's communicator buzzed again. Mio's code. She was already at the old broadcast tower, breathless, her suit torn.
They're activating a special suppression unit. 3 hours. They know about the chip, and they know I gave it to you. I've been feeding you information since your escape. My clearance was revoked today. I am marked as a traitor.
And your sister, was that real? Or just bait to make me trust you?
D-3 was my twin. I held her while Sato's men ended her. I've been waiting for someone to burn this system down.
She's not lying. Her hunter tells me no false pulse, but trust still costs. Then, we don't have much time. You said the full prophecy is in a hidden archive. Where?
Sub-level 9, beneath the old association headquarters. But the whole block is being locked down.
They descended the tower, two fugitives slipping into the urban shadows. Sirens wailed in the distance. Daichi's veil folded around them. The race to the archive had begun. Mio bypassed the blast doors with her old clearance codes, and they descended into the musty darkness of sub-level 9. The central terminal booted up, flickering. Mio pointed at the access port. Your 2 cores now. Red perception mapped the encryption. Blue precision cut through the last lock. The archive's hologram roared to life. Prophecy. The Devourer awakens in 72 hours. Twin-souled only key. Repeat. Twin-souled only key.
You've read it, haven't you? Then you know you are the one I've been waiting for.
The archive's main door exploded inward. Sato's elite unit poured in, their weapons glowing with suppression energy.
Read it and run. I'll hold them. This was always the plan.
Daichi hesitated, his hunter sense burning with every life she was about to lose. But Mio had already turned away.
3 days. I'll end this. I swear it.
As he burst into the night, the comm panel in his hand crackled with Sato's final order. Secure the traitor for termination. Daichi surfaced in the ruins beneath the arena, the stench of old blood and ozone still clinging to the concrete. With a stolen broadcast key, he sent his voice across every network. I am the dual class. In 3 days, a calamity rises. Fight with me. Ren was the first. His polearm was still cracked from the semi-final, but his eyes held the same fire.
You don't have to ask. I told you I'd make sure you win. This is just the next match.
He came, and behind him, faces I recognized. Fighters who'd lost to me, but never broke.
They claimed an old maintenance bunker. Daichi raised a banner, crossed swords, one red, one blue, and nailed it to the wall.
We don't answer to the association anymore. Here, we train. In 3 days, we save the world.
For 2 days, they drilled mercilessly. Hunter perception mapping evasive routes, swordmaster precision cutting the air. No one slept. On the 3rd day, they stood at the edge of the coastal cliff, watching black clouds mass over the Western Ocean. The clock hit 0. Somewhere in the depths, the Devourer stirred. Daichi drew both blades, red and blue blazing against the dark. The ocean convulsed as if the seafloor had cracked. A column of black water shot skyward, and the clouds bled lightning. The Devourer rose, a living mountain of tendrils and glowing red eyes, its maw a void that swallowed the light. Association ships opened fire, but their shells vanished into the darkness. A single tentacle swiped, and the entire fleet was scattered like toys.
They're already routed. Daichi, we have to fall back.
Number. We hit it now, while it's still forming.
Wait. The association had a suppression unit built for you. I disabled it. Now you can fight without chains.
Mio, how?
A rogue agent opened my cell. Sato's control is crumbling. This is your chance.
No kill switch, no suppression. I can finally cut loose.
Daichi's dual status windows blazed behind him, Hunter and Swordmaster, merging into a single, blazing emblem. He launched himself toward the Devourer. Daichi wove through the snapping tendrils, his hunter sense painting the monster's every muscle twitch in crimson warning lines.
There, inside the central mass. A second heartbeat, out of sync. That's the core.
Blue precision met red perception. Daichi's katana and longsword crossed into a single, screaming arc that bisected the protective tendrils. For one breath, the Devourer's true heart was exposed, a pulsing red ganglion the size of a building. Daichi dove. The twin-souled emblem on his back flared to blinding intensity as both blades struck the anchor tendril. The creature convulsed. The severed limb crashed into the sea, and the Devourer screeched, a sound that cracked the sky and flattened waves for miles. It began to sink, its mass dissolving into the black depths. But then a psychic pressure crushed every mind on the battlefield. This is not the end. Twin-souled, incomplete. The tread remains.
You'll stay down as long as I stand. This is just the first cut.
On the cliff, Mio and Ren watched the horizon grow still. The Devourer had retreated, but the prophecy spoke of a thread unsevered. Dawn broke over a calm sea. Within hours, footage of the Devourer's retreat flooded every network on Earth. Encrypted archives were broadcast by anonymous leakers, termination lists, experiment logs, the prophecy protocol itself. Facing overwhelming public outrage and internal defections, Director Sato announced his resignation on every screen. At the guild bunker, Daichi stared at the broadcast, his expression unreadable. Mio entered, a data tablet in her hand.
I decrypted the files you pulled from sublevel 9. There are more like you. 12 names hidden in private facilities.
12. They're alive?
Kept sedated for years. Sato's failsafe didn't reach all of them. We have a chance.
The tablet displayed 12 profiles, each labeled Dual Class Anomaly. Location unknown, but a starting point.
We find them. Every one. Then we finish what the prophecy started, on our own terms.
Outside, Ren drilled new recruits beneath the crossed sword banner. The sea was calm, but the war was only sleeping. On a grassy cliff overlooking the now calm sea, Daichi stood before a simple stone marker. Names of the fallen were etched into its surface.
D-3. D-7. All the numbers I memorized in that cell. You are not just files anymore.
My sister always wanted to see the ocean calm like this. Thank you for bringing her here.
They'll never be forgotten again. I'll make sure every dual class gets a name and a future.
A small voice broke the silence. A young boy, clutching a makeshift sword, stared up with wide eyes.
Hey there, want to be a hunter someday?
The boy pointed at Daichi's barely visible dual status emblem, still blinking faintly on his jacket. The child asked, "Is it true? Can one person really have two souls?"
Yeah, and we're just getting started.
The wind carried the scent of salt and new beginnings. On that cliff, the weight of the past finally felt like a foundation. Sunrise painted the sea in shades of gold. Daichi and Mio stood side by side on the grassy cliff, the silence no longer heavy.
After all that noise, I never thought the world could be this quiet.
Quiet is good. We've bought time. That's enough for now.
His dual status windows flickered into view. No longer two distinct panes, but a single merged emblem, red and blue entwined. It was the mark of a new class, forged from defiance and loss. The age of dual class had begun. They turned from the memorial stone and walked slowly toward the path that led back to the guild bunker. The sea held its secrets, but for now, the world could breathe. Daichi looked at Mio, and for the first time, his smile reached his eyes. The emblem faded into the sunlight, leaving only the sound of waves and the promise of a new legend.